My name is... Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Giselle, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking about how much I made and how much I saved, as well as my experience in Kuwait. So a little bit about myself. I'm currently 25 years old. I'm not in the military anymore. I got out in July of this year, 2021, and I've been in for 3.5 years. Kuwait was the only place that I deployed to. I know that Kuwait isn't really a deployment, but that's the only place that I've been to. I was a 91 Fox, which is a small arms artillery repair. I was also stationed in Fort Drum, unfortunately. So if you are stationed in Fort Drum or about to go to Fort Drum, I'm sorry for you because it sucked.
Shut up!
So before I get into this video, I just want to remind you guys to like and subscribe because this is my first video and I am looking to upload a lot more videos after this, of course. Don't forget to comment down below your experience in the military or your experience in Kuwait, as well as your experience in Fort Drum, because I would definitely like to hear about those. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So one thing to consider before I go on is that I deployed in September of 2019. So I was a PFC E3 and I was also married, so I was receiving BAH and BAS at that point, and I got promoted in January of 2020 to an E4. So I have two different pay stubs for those two different ranks. So I'm gonna put a picture somewhere in this video for you guys to see what I'm seeing on my phone. My statements could only go back 24 months, so this is from December 13, 2019, but this is basically the same pay that I was getting ever since September when I actually deployed in Kuwait. So it says December 13, 2019, I got paid $1,622.12, and then December 31st, 2019, it was $1,617.58. So basically, we get paid the 1st and the 15th. That's how much I was getting paid with deployment pay and BAH and BAS. And then when I got promoted to E4, got paid $1,805.19, and then on the top it says February 28th, 2020, I got paid $1,869. So by the time I got to Kuwait, I was making roughly $3,239.70. And then once I got my raise to E4, I was making $3,605.88. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you my savings account. I already had some money in my savings account, thankfully. So when I started saving, I had $4,643.59. That's what I started with. And then by the end of the deployment, I had $25,646.43. So every month, in order for me to actually save the money that I saved, I left $100 to spend for myself every single month. And also there would be some times when I would go and get myself some things, especially Starbucks, because they had Starbucks there, they had Charlie's, they had Baskin Robbins, Subways, Popeyes. They just have so much that you can eat over there, and it was very tempting, of course. But you also have to remember that you are on deployment, and the main reason why everybody wants to go on deployment is to make money. So I really wanted to save as much money as I could. Therefore, I had that budget for myself to only spend $100 every single month. I still went to the DFAC every day to get like free food, obviously. But there's some times when I would also go out and buy food, but that was what the $100 a month was for. And honestly, there would be times when I wouldn't even spend the whole $100 a month. So if you're going to Kuwait, I would highly recommend keeping your budget as low as possible, because there's a bunch of different things that you can buy. There's a bunch of different places that you can go to. Every month, I would try to put at least $1,400 to $2,000 into my savings account. Now I'm going to talk about my experience in Kuwait. Now, obviously, yes, I know that Kuwait is not a deployment, I've seen it for myself. I can understand why it's not a deployment. I had some of my battle buddies over in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria by the time I was there, and they, you know, obviously told me their experiences, and I respect them so much for what they had gone through. I would say overall it was a great experience. There was a lot of people that came from like Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria and the combat zones that they would come back to Kuwait. They would say that they hated Kuwait and that they would want to go back to their real deployment, which is understandable. But in my experience, I had a great time. I made so many friends. I met so many people from so many different areas, and it was just a great experience for me. One thing that I really loved about Kuwait is that they had so many different events that you can go to. Before the pandemic, of course, happened in 2020, so in 2019 when I first got there, it was so like vivid and everybody was out and about meeting new people. There was no such thing as social distancing. Everybody was just so full of life and they were all so friendly, and honestly I don't really have a negative thing to say about Kuwait. One negative thing that I would say about Kuwait, it was that it was so hot, and I'm pretty sure you would hear this from everybody that's been to Kuwait, is it's so hot. My first day that I went to Kuwait, it was at nighttime and it was 90 degrees at night, and I was already so like nervous because if it was 90 degrees at night, imagine how hot it was going to be once the sun was actually out. And the sun does not play games in Kuwait. It would literally beam down on you all day, all night.
What?
That's just how hot it was. And yes, there's a little bit of breeze, but the breeze feels like you're in an oven. Okay, I'm pretty sure you've heard that before, hopefully, because that's literally how I felt the whole entire time I was in Kuwait. It felt like you were in an oven. Even the breeze was hot. Also, another thing to consider is that there's a lot of sand on the ground, so when there's wind blowing around everywhere, the sand is also blowing around everywhere. So one thing you really want is a scarf over your face so that you don't breathe in all that sand, because that's definitely a problem that I had. But I mean, that's pretty much all I can say that's bad about Kuwait, is that it was super hot. My number one advice to you before you get there is obviously make tons of friends, get to know a lot of people, because you're only there temporarily. That's another thing to consider, is that you're only there temporarily. It's not going to be forever. I was there for I think maybe 10 months, and it felt so long while I was there, but I was so happy that I actually liked my experience there. And obviously the number one thing that made my experience so great was the people that I met. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of different clips in the video so that you guys can have an actual visual of how my experience was in Kuwait. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you find this video helpful for your trip to Kuwait. And I also really hope that you enjoy your time as much as I did, even more than I enjoyed my time over there. I don't know how it is right now. I hope it's better now. And please, you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you made it this far. I'm really looking forward to grow my channel with you guys. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, the only social media outlet that I have right now is TikTok. So I'll definitely post it in the description box below or somewhere in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.